Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Depa Joe. Good morning, everybody. You're all welcome to today's session. I can see that we already have a few people here on the attendee list. Thank you all very much. Thank you so much. But I see that we still have a lot of our people that have not joined yet. I'm hoping maybe we should give them a little more time, say we start exactly 11:10 in order to allow other people to join. Thank you all very much for being on this session. Yes, thank you. I see that we are all here. Some were even here before 11. That's a very good one. We really appreciate. But then I would say let's give others advantage to also join because it promises to be a very insightful session. And I believe we all are going back with a lot of feedback that would grow our business, upskill our business beyond our imagination. Thank you all very much. I can see people are joining. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, at exactly 11:10, we should start at exactly 11:10. If you agree with me for us to start 11:10, let me see you in the chat box. Thank you. I'd like to see you in the chat box, or you raise your hand in agreement that we start exactly 11:10. Thank you. I can see yes. Akimbolade, thank you. Olubumi, thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you all.
Greetings, everyone. We're going to be starting in a few minutes. Yes. Just hold on. We're starting shortly. Thank you for joining. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all very much. Welcome once again to all the attendees that just joined us now. Thank you all so much for being on the session. I see someone saying I can't hear anything. Yes, before you came in, we agreed that we're going to wait up for you people to join and start exactly 11:10. Welcome everyone. Thank you for coming on this session. It promises to be a very informative session. I would appreciate we all to please kindly drop in the chat room where we are joining from. Yes, I would want us to please drop in the chat room, wherever it is that you're joining us from. You joining? Oh yes, I see someone joining us, NM from Ikeja. Thank you very much. Yes, Ahmed from Ogba. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Wahab from Shomolu, you're welcome. Oh, wow. We're having a lot of people. Agidi Beirut, you're welcome. Osheye from Alimosho, thank you all very much. Thank you. Like I said earlier, it promises to be a very informative session, and we all are going back with a lot of information and a lot of feedback that would help upskill our businesses. My name is Fumi Eric Shubukola, Business Support Officer at Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Today we are here, like I said, to inspire you with insightful information in this session, hoping that you will take every one of it back and use all of the information you get here to upskill your businesses. LSCTF is an agency of the government created in 2016 with a mandate to tackle unemployment rate in Lagos State. This we intend to do, or we do, through all of our various programs and all the programs that we offer at LSCTF. We have 3 pillars of program that we actually try to use in achieving this mandate. These pillars are access to finance and access to the market for business owners, as well as capacity building. Yes, we recognize that financing business in the business ecosystem is very, very important. Yet, you all agree with me that it is very, very key to equip business owners with the right information and knowledge that would help sustain the business. This is why we actually come up with these webinars every now and then to help business owners to be able to sustain their business and not just finance their businesses. On this session today, we have a very, very wild, knowledgeable, renowned, seasoned speaker. Oh God. Today is going to be a very interesting one. We have with us here Mr. Oluseye Adepoju. Mr. Oluseye is the managing partner / CEO of Strength Africa Limited, a people and business support company. He has carved a niche for himself in the personal development business strategy space with a demonstrable track record spanning over 2 decades. He's a globally certified Gallup Strength Coach, a business strategist, and the chief spokesman for women in Africa. Mr. Oluseye is a business coach. He has a management consultant, which is leading across and a financial service, hospitality. He has knowledge in energy, tourism, knowledge, logistics, to mention but a few. He's extensively traveled, so he's well renowned. And he has an MBA from the business school in Netherlands and a first degree in political science at the University of Ibadan. He also has a certificate in science for well-being from Yale University, and also a foundation of positive psychology from the University of Pennsylvania. He champions all of these through Strength Africa as a managing partner and a phenomenal African Women Foundation, which he founded to inspire and celebrate, as well empower women of Africa. He is a member of Rotary International, Toastmasters International, and IBB Golf and Country Club, Abuja. He enjoys playing golf, actually. Mr. Olusheye is married with 3 children. So trust me when I tell you that we are learning from the best today. And it promises to be a very, very insightful session. Before I allow Mr. Olusheye to take the space, I want you all to show on the chat box how excited you are to have Mr. Olusheye on this chat box. I can also ask him not to turn on his video. So I want you to show on the chat box that we are ready for him. Are we ready for Mr. Olusheye? So let me see that in the chat box. Yes, yes, yes. Excited. I see you, Oluwatobi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to see more. Yes, we are ready. Yes, yes, yes. Olukumi is ready. Yes, thank you very much, Olamide. Thank you, Adedeji. We all are excited to have you, Mr. Olusheye Adepoju. Over to you, Mr. Olusheye. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you can hear me, just say, I hear you, or just put yes. Hello, everyone. Just say yes, type yes in. Awesome, awesome. Great. I'm so excited to be here. I'm delighted at the opportunity to come and share, some of the nuggets that probably would help us take our businesses, to the next level. First of all, I'd like to appreciate the Executive Secretary and then the team, Lady Taiwo and Lady Fumi, for this great effort, to get us to have this webinar. Indeed, it was a daunting task, but I must say we're going to get some primers to help reinvent our service delivery options as we progress. So just by way of inquiries, this class will be really interactive because I'm going to allow everybody the opportunity to say certain things. I really want to make this class as real and as engaging as possible, knowing that we have a wide range of individuals across different sectors. So I just don't want to be talking off the line. So I would really be here to guide and to also help reinvent our thoughts on how we can serve effectively. So as we progress, can I have your expectations? So you signed up for this course now. So there's Olubumi, Oluwasino, I'm just allowing, okay, no, I'm just saying, if you can unmute, allow to talk, just tell us what your expectations are. If you just see the button, allow to talk, tell me what your expectations are. I'm saying, what are your expectations? So that by the time we are done, we would have known whether or not these expectations are met. So I'm giving a few people the privilege to unmute themselves and to be able to tell their expectations. Okay, are we good? Okay, so Olubumi, you want to tell us what your expectations are from this session?
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Olubumi.
Thank you for this great opportunity to participate in the training. I'm looking forward to a session whereby I'll get more knowledge on how to upscale our business. Okay, I'm a passionate practicing farmer in Lagos.
Great.
And I value knowledge. So I'm looking forward to learning more, gaining understanding on how to push our business forward, sir. Thank you.
Great. Okay, great. So I see a techno, but I'm not going to allow you to speak because I can't tell who you are. Okay, Abiodun, can you unmute and tell us your expectations and where you are calling in from? Quickly, please. We want to do this for the next 7 minutes. Let's get this going. I love the energy in this room already. Whoa, Abiodun, You want to go? Okay, if Abiodi isn't ready, Adegbola Nofisat, you want to go ahead?
Yes.
Awesome. So Nofisat, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Good morning. I'm very happy to be part of this great opportunity. I'm
Awesome.
looking forward to my business move forward. I'm a caterer.
Okay.
I'm a caterer. So I'm looking forward to a prosperous and more knowledge for my business.
Okay. Awesome. Is there anyone that still wants to say a word? You know, and let's get this rolling. Let's get this rolling.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Good morning, Wahab. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Wahab. I'm a grand person. Actually, I'm here today this morning to learn more because I always believe in our field that when you are informed, you'll be transformed. But when you are not, you'll be deformed. So I'm here to take more information because information is key. So I'm here today to learn more on what business is like from another mind perspective. Because I've been in the business for a while, but I'm still not getting count. So I need to be in classes, strategic classes, and other classes. So this is a great opportunity for me to be here this morning. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Okay, I'll take one more person and then we'll be rolling ahead. Okay, so anyone, Bright, you want to say something? Bright?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Bright. Go ahead, Bright.
I was not here to answer question yet. I've come with you.
You said what?
Hello?
On mute, yes. Hello. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right.
You were muted at a point. You were muted at a point, but we can hear you now. Yes.
Great. Awesome. Awesome. So yes, I said I needed to hear one more person, and then we'll just go on this journey. So who else is volunteering? Who else wants to unmute? Okay. Okay. Let's get it rolling. I love the fact that we're all here. I'm expectant. I'm also expectant because I'm also going to be throwing some posers to you, and I'm hoping that we all can, glean from one another. Now, one of the first questions you want to ask is, why am I here? Why am I here? And the natural thing is to, okay, no, someone said, no, don't worry, Jemima, okay. If, let me, you can't speak, right? Yeah, because you won't be, okay. So tell us what your expectations are. So I'm giving you the expectation to, since you are eager to speak, let's hear you.
Yeah, so I'm highly delighted to be here, and my expectations is how I can deliver services to Nigerians, to residents living in Lagos State. So I'm into waste recycling and waste management. So I'm delighted on how I can reach my markets, how I can reach high-end users, how I can service high-brow clients. That's what I'm expecting to learn from today's session. Thank you.
Okay. This is going to be the way this webinar is designed. Whilst I was preparing for this webinar, 3 thoughts came to mind. If I compound it heavily, it might not be beneficial to all in attendance. So I'm going to be having discussions with the team, almost to them free, is to say, hey, we would have 3 of this type of webinars. Okay, so today I'll limit this to the basic, introductory part, and then we can then start to delve into the very more complex bits. Because one of the things I noticed as to the people signing in, and also from the feedback, listening to some of the things that have been said, it's clear that a lot of us are eager, to propel our business to the next level. So I've skewed this presentation, yes, in line with the subject matter, in helping us to reinvent, all right, in terms of service delivery for profit and growth. However, we'll deal with the very basics, and there's a methodology which I'm going to be sharing with you. Let me just share. I want to share my. I'll just share my slides briefly, and then at some point I would. I'll take it off, and then we'll engage further. Because you see, the real thing is for us to experience impact. All right, enough of talk shows, that probably will not even truly affect our businesses, and that's one of the things I'm hoping to radically, provoke by some of these sessions. So yes, you already have met me. My name is Taiwo. Sorry, I used to be called Taiwo. How can I forget? Life, is Olusegun Adepoju, and that happens to me. If you've been bearing a name for God knows how long, and you usually just don't even remember that you're no longer that name. Okay, so let's start with these thoughts. And these thoughts are the thoughts from Mahatma Gandhi. So there's a man called Mahatma Gandhi, and I'm going to be reading out this, and you can read along. It says that a customer is the most important visitor on our premises. He is not dependent on us, we are dependent on him. He is not an interruption in our work, he is the purpose of it. He is not an outsider in our business, he is part of it. We are not doing him a favor by serving him. He is doing us a favor by giving us an opportunity to do so. Does anybody agree with this? If you agree with this, say yes, I do. Or no, I do not agree. Just type in the comments. You see, look, we have to be really engaging here if you want to get the best of me. All right, Adede is saying yes, I agree. Okay, so you all believe that the reason why we're in business is to meet a need, all right? And that chief need is the customer. Okay, so let's go on to more thoughts now, let's go on to more thoughts, So there's this thought around the guy. It says, and if anybody knows Sam Watson, it says that there is only one boss, all right, the customer, and he can fire everybody in the company from the chairman on, down, simply by spending his money somewhere else. So guess what? If you think you have the best of business, because, most times people prepare so much for business, but fail to understand that the businesses are set up to take care either of a need or to meet the needs of their customer. So they're looking for a big office. They're looking for a big machinery. They even think they have a bright idea. And when the chips are down, the reality is that you ask them, who is going to buy? They really don't even know who's going to buy. So I love the lady that said she's in the farming segment. So there's a story of usually when we get into these sessions, we have people say, hey, I want to build the biggest farm, okay? And then I need money. In fact, when I build the biggest farm, everybody will come. Well, sometimes people come, but the reality is that if you don't, and if they don't know about what you're offering, and if your service is sloppy, nobody is going to come to you. So now when nobody comes to you, what naturally happens? Your business withers off, okay? Because business is hinged on what? The customer is hinged on the customer's patronage. And when there's no patronage, it's almost like when there's no cash, when there's no blood. So when I talk to my team, I liken it to the human anatomy and the blood circulatory system. And so you see, for the circulatory system is equivalent to having blood and having cash. When the circulatory system is devoid of blood, what naturally happens is that person is dead. That's the same way also in business. So no matter the funding, no matter what we get from LSETF in terms of funding, if we don't get it right to dealing and addressing customer needs effectively or delivering service in this era, we will still be back, or even in a worse state, and I've experienced all of that because, I've run businesses. In fact, I'm incubating one now, and one of the key questions I keep asking is, where is our customer? Where is our customer? Now, look, yes, we have beautiful ideas. So you have people that have, so this, when we talk about delivering service, it's not so much as to only those in the service, because there's the product, service, and platform models, okay? And I'm sure we've had those business modeling sessions. So in business models, or with business models, there are about 9 of them, but the chief around them are 3. So you have the product, service, and platform. For product, we're talking about those things that are tangible, that we can feel and touch, that people can, hold on to. Then for service, they're intangible, and people probably also cannot feel. No, they can feel, but somehow they can't touch. Then we talk about the platforms. Platforms, the closest easiest example would be Uber, Jumia, and all of that, and they create platforms where they only just provide a place, okay, where business or service can take place, okay, and that's amazing. And they will have hybrids of all of this, okay. Now, why have I, talked about this is to say, look, your business, irrespective of the business plan that you have, if it does not factor in a marketing plan, okay, and targeted towards a customer, or target towards a niche or target market, you would have missed it. So let's progress now. Let's progress. Now, why do you need to reinvent? So reinvention, for me, beyond a personal experience, is the fact that in the times that we're in, okay, in the times that we're in, we all must reinvent. Now, nobody, could have prepared for the onslaught as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 and the resultant effect that have accumulated into 2021. Or was anybody ready? Was anybody prepared? No, I doubt it. And there was a time there was this kind of fear that pervaded even our nation and across the world, that people could no longer trade. Things were difficult, to the extent that businesses that had either understood or worked with concrete principles and standards started to crumble. It's amazing and shocking, to say the least. All right. So we had companies that were shutting down, laying people off. So it couldn't have been the ingenuity of the business plan or the people operating the business. It was their ability also to be able to observe and remain flexible and tweak whatever models they were working on. Okay. So when that happens, what do? We need to reinvent. Now, I liken reinvention to, and if anybody is familiar with back in those days when we used to have typists or typewriters at post office, along Marina and all of those exits. You notice that then, back in those days in school, they'll teach us shorthand, and they'll also teach us how to type. And in teaching us how to type, you'll be seeing column S, if I still remember, ASDF and JK, anyway. Now, and then it was compulsory, there was no way you would study shorthand. But guess what happened? The postal office, 2 things happened to the postal office. the typewriters started becoming obsolete because there was a reinvention going on there. So we started to have the electric typewriters. And then sooner or later, we started to have, the computers and laptops, and then, even our phones now do all of this work. That's one thing, one of those disruptions that happened in that area. Another disruption that happened was the fact that people did not have the need to go to the post office anymore. Rather, they had the opportunity to be able to, send emails, okay, or send messages. And, that kind of reduced, so the postal system had to evolve. And then they needed to reinvent, Now, so that's one example. You've had instances where before now, the burden of labor or for transportation were camels, cows, or, horses and all of that. But we've also seen a trajectory where things have morphed from that era to a Henry Ford's era, where we had locomotive vehicles, and then we have those hybrid cars that we have now, and now we're also talking about electric cars. That's reinvention. In business also, we've had such cannibalizations going on with, I don't know if anybody knows about Oroko TV, is it Oroko TV or Netflix, where before we used to have video centers where we could go and rent video cassettes, all right, those VHS of Betamax. And then somehow along the line, something happened. We found out that first they started to say, okay, you know what, you can begin to view this online, okay? And later people started to subscribe online. And before we know what is up, we just soon realized that those video rental stores had gone online. They were no longer relevant. And look at what's happening now. And I'm sure some of you have seen, I'm not advertising, but I don't know if anybody has seen King of Boys. You can see what's happening on Netflix. The business has flown towards that area because what? People have started to also, evolve in the methodologies and, innovate on how they create or access their customers. Now, so is your business reinventing? In fact, let's even take it to a granular level. Reinvention could be likened to, if anybody is familiar with what we call metamorphosis, okay, the process where the caterpillar becomes a butterfly. So also likened to scaling, because I heard somebody say scale, I want to scale my business, is that, you see, what it takes to run a bakery is different from being a baker. Let me say that again. So I heard someone say that I love to bake, and that's why I'm starting this business. Okay, 4 participants have raised up their hand. I love to bake, and I want to get into the baking business. And then I approach LSCTM and say, hey guys, I need you guys to, I'm passionate about baking. I'm the best baker, in my district, in my location. How best can you help me? Because I need this money. I need to bake. All right. I need to bake. I just must bake. But that's usually the case with most of us. So we think we're passionate about something. We think we've learned about something. We have not thought through the process to say, okay, where would the money come from? Who would this business sell? Why is this business set up? All right. And how will this business grow? And how this business grows, how will it make profit? Okay, I also get into those dilemma, at some point. But those are real life questions we must ask. So, like a butterfly, you are at that point where you are crawling. You can barely make any profit. It's time to tip. It's time to morph. It's time to experience what you call metamorphosis. It's time to become a butterfly. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be sharing just some deep thoughts today. And I can tell you without a doubt, just hold on this journey, that we will be ready to start to take a flight. Okay, where so much that the fund, LSCTF, has provided this opportunity, we would also see a quantum leap in our impact as well as our income to be able to support us more. And you see, look, LSETF is just one body. Can you imagine setting yourself up for global and international funding? Okay, 2 days ago, was it yesterday? Yesterday, the president was talking about at the bankers conference, and he told them that they needed to brace up, all right, for the opportunity that is evolving in Africa right now. And you know, sometime ago, we did something with LSETF on the export business. So Mr. President was having a discussion yesterday with bankers, and he told them that, look, they need to support businesses and entrepreneurs that are export focused, okay? And I needed to chip that in. Now, why did I chip that in? Is that as you start to think of reinventing your service and reinventing your business for profit and growth, there are about 4 trajectories, but I'm not getting ahead of myself. So I'll just pause on that. Just pause. There are 4 trajectories we must pursue in taking our business or inventing our businesses, you know, but hold on there. So Mr. President said, look, bankers need to support MSMEs, and MSMEs need to also become more competitive. And what does it mean to be competitive? This is not competition. We are saying that you must take your business to the level or the standard where you can compete locally and globally. Let me say that again. So this thing that we're talking about now, technology has cannibalized, you know, the boundaries. It has removed any boundary as, you know, as had subsisted before. The things that were limitations or gaps are no longer gaps. We have logistic companies that can deliver anywhere. So it's possible that if I'm not getting the best of service in my current location right now, all I needed to do was get somebody that was capable of delivering the same service and ensuring that that service gets to me, either as a product or a service or a platform, however it is. So guess what? The limitations of space is no longer there. All right, the limitation of, you know, having territorial monopoly, all right, where people will have, you know, that is the number 1 seller in maybe in Ikeja, is no longer there. If your business is failing and fluctuating, I could beckon on the next guy in Ekbeda who says, and he will deliver faster and better. Does anybody agree with me? No. Let me even know if you guys are still here. Do you guys agree with these thoughts? Let's know. Are we making sense? Is it making, you know, yeah, are we making sense? So let me just know. Just put it in there that yeah. If there's value that is being dropped, maybe I should just stop and then you all can go and sleep. You know, then let's know that we're here. Okay, I say right on. Great. Okay, so you agree with me now that businesses need to reinvent. Okay, and that reinvention, like I said, is across board. Okay, so you might look at your business today, and I'm going to be sharing something very salient about this reinvention. I deliberately did not want to put it in a slide, just so that I don't have people copy. You see, we've gotten to the era where people don't want to understand. They only just, let me note it down. Let me note it down. So sorry, this is not that class where you'll be taking screenshots. You have to listen and take notes down, you know, like jot things down. All right. So if you don't have a pen or paper, please go and grab that right now. And if you have your phone, well, if you're using your phone, well, you can't type now. So get something to scribble on. So for you to even determine whether or not you want to reinvent, your service or your product or your platform or your business, the entirety of your business, there's something we call the claim methodology. Okay, the claim methodology, which we deploy here at Strength Africa Limited. Now, at Strength Africa, we're a business, all right, the people are business support company. So, like, you remember when I started, I said, why do you want to, as a baker, you love baking, get bogged down with only the activities of baking, okay, and not focusing on the issues of running a bakery? Well, some people have those limitations. So those are the kind of soft support services that we offer, the same as LSETF and every other organization, you know, to enable businesses also focus on their core, okay, and then, you know, probably outsource and give the rest to others. Now, I said the claim methodology. So for you to reinvent, you must have clarity. And clarity is essentially about an understanding of where you are, okay, as to where you are going, okay? So Is there anybody here now that has started? Okay, so do we have people here that have not started business? If you have not started any business and you're on this call, let me know. If you are on this call and you started business for more than 2 years, just drop 2. Or for more than 1 year, just drop 1. If you have benefited from LSCTF funding, you can put 5. So just put there. Just listen to me now. Yeah, 2. So we have people that have run their business. Let me see now. I want to see the people that are on this call. So that, yeah, no, clarity, yes, but let's know. Have you run so more than 3 years? Okay, great. 1 year, okay, put it there now. 5, okay, so, okay, $1 has benefited. Okay, great, awesome. Okay, so let it keep coming. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, we're saying that, look, if you have been in business for a year, drop 1. If you've done 2 to 5 years, drop 2. And if you benefited, drop 5. Now, but let's move on. I love the fact that this is one of the best classes I've had to facilitate. Everybody is engaging. Awesome. So we said there must be clarity. Where are you right now? Where do you want to go? Do you understand what I'm saying? So it could be along 3 lines. And this 3, let me read out these 3 lines. These 3 lines could be in terms of your sales, okay? Your sales, your revenue, all right, and your customer base. But tied to it, so let's even call that cash flow. Because like I said, in the human circulatory system, you have the blood, okay? The blood is like a customer, all right? That's the life wire. The cash, that's where the cash comes from. The customer is the conduit through which the cash flows. All right, the customer is the conduit through which cash flows into the business. All right, and so people are focused on increasing sales and then or increasing their revenues. Now, a lot of people pay attention, too much attention on revenue rather than profit. But we're not talking about that in this session today. And I'm sure there's so much. Look, we could be having webinars every week, just to get everybody ready, and improve their business effectively. But let's stay on course. So you must have clarity of where you are right now, in terms of your figures, in terms of your vision, in terms of your projections, in terms of what you really even want. You see, sometimes we think what we need is money, but I can tell you most times, really, it's really not about money. We just need increased capacity or support. So a lot of you now, some of you might need mentorship. Some of you might need coaching. Some of you might just need some guidance. Some of you might need, group, mentoring. Some of you might need abilities to, have shared resource in terms of technology and space. Okay, and those are some of the things LSCTF is doing. So you're asking yourself, what do I really need now? Because every of those questions, remember, should be towards one. There's this guy that we talked about, Sam Walton. He said that every of these things should be towards one boss. Your main boss is what? The customer. You need more funds. Is it tailored towards servicing the customer? Yes. Will customer appreciate it? Okay. All right. So you must be clear. Now, the other thing is that the other thing around the claim methodology is the letter L. Now, if anybody is following me, so we said the claim methodology is CLAIM, all right? And so CLAIM, all right? So we started with clarity. So somebody says that, yes, okay, somebody says that, let me hear what this person is saying. You see, these are the kind of people I want on this set. We said, I need fund for gears and then mentoring. Okay, we'll get around that. But so clarity, we've dealt with clarity. Now, let's move to L. We say L is learning, okay? Learning. We want to get to that point where, are you learning? And that's what anybody here is already qualified. Do you understand what I'm saying? With level 2, you already, because if you know where you are going, all right, then it's not difficult for you to get there. What do you need? You need to learn, all right, understand how to get there. Okay, so there's a popular, saying that those that labor, they labor and they are wearied because they do not know how. Okay, so for instance, if you don't know the way to access the LSCTF form, you will keep laboring. If you don't know how to grow your business, you keep laboring. If you don't know how, to take your business to the next level, you keep laboring. Okay? Yeah, I hear you all. I hear you all. We're going to drop a link just so that you guys can join in a group, and then we could have some closed monitoring and mentoring for you. And then we can track each individual. I'll be giving you guys all on this set, each individual preferences, a few minutes each, just to have a feel of your business, after this call. We'll schedule the appointments and be rest assured, even if you are 1,000, I'll do that. Now, so guess what? Learning, we must learn for where we want to go. Now, learning is about mentoring, it's about mentorship, it's about attending webinars, it's about adding value across board, and then we now progress to alignment. Alignment. Can anybody type alignment? If you know what alignment is, if anybody drives a car, you probably hear this thing called from a vulcanizer, okay? Usually called vulcanizer, that there's a need to align the tires. Okay, yeah, great. Hafiz, I see you. So that there's a need to align the tires. Why do they need to align the tires? If they don't align the tires, three things happen. One, the car will be swerving, right? Going and will not. So what happens is that once that happens, that means, imagine that is a business and the business is dancing palonko. What naturally happens is that the business will be unstable, okay? And when the business is unstable, it lacks balance. And when it lacks balance, okay, when it lacks balance, we'll soon realize that that business would start to flutter, okay? The other thing is that the driver, the guy at the driver's seat, all right, will have to expend more energy having to control the business. Okay, having to control the business. So when he expends so much energy having to control the business, what naturally happens is that it dissipates energy negatively. So where it's supposed to be using energy productively, is using the energy negatively. And then the other third thing is that because he's expending that energy, what naturally happens is he will now constantly get exhausted, leading to a burnout. Okay? And when you operate at that level, you are heading towards a breakdown. Okay? You are heading towards a breakdown. So why must you align? You must align yourself. You must align yourself, all right, your business in line with what you have learned, in tandem with where you want to go, okay, as a process of reinvention. Now, I'm almost there. Okay, so with clarity, there must be learning. With learning, there must be alignment. Now, there's the I, and there are three things around the I. There are some things you need to interrupt in your line of business. That means you have to stop doing them. There are some things you have to introduce, all right? And then there are some things you need to innovate. Okay, so remember we started with claims, all right? Claim. But let me even add the S. Let me add the S. Claims.
Please.
Okay, is there somebody? Hello? Okay, I need to mute all now. Okay, no, okay, yes. All right, thank you. Great. So let's go on. Claims, or let me even say, so I want to add another S to it, but let's maybe if you're lucky, you get the S. All right. So remember with claims, we say clarity, all right, learning, okay, and then we move on to alignment, right? Then we move on to what? In the I, which is introduce, interrupt, and innovate. So as your business runs right now, there are some things you must interrupt. There are some things you have to stop. Do you understand? You hear that thing now. Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So what will be considered as insane is that every day you say, I want money, I want money. I want to fund my business. What do you really want to fund? If you understand what you call value chain, there will be ways that we can innovatively create a funding mechanism other than just cash. Do you get what I'm saying? There are some service businesses that what you really even need will be collaborative partnerships beyond just fund. If anybody is listening, you need to hear me well. Guys, let me say it. There are some things you must stop doing right now if you want to reinvent your business or you want to enable your business serve your customers effectively to experience profit and growth. There are also some things you must introduce because I'm going to be sharing some of the things you have to introduce. This would also help you become attractive as a brand for funding. So, like I said, they must think that, yes, Owaye said, yes, you got it, clarity, C-L-A-R-I-T-Y, then learning, alignment, then introduce, interrupt, then innovate. So remember, we said must stop doing some things. There are also things you have to introduce, okay, into the business. And I'm going to be sharing some of that with you. And I'm going to be sharing a powerful methodology with you this afternoon, in the next few minutes. And then there are also things that you must innovate. So if you are doing certain things well and your customer appreciates it, then can you throw up the notch? Can you increase it a bit? Throw up the bar. Okay. So that's for the I. Okay. And then there is M now. M is what? Can anybody guess what M is? If you can guess, no, I don't want to give out a cash gift. Can anybody guess what M is? Can anybody guess what M? Well, all of this that I've been talking about is also a subset of manager. Let me see. Can anybody tell me what M is? I wish someone would just drop this M. Oh God, will somebody take this prize? Yes, who said that? Somebody said monitor. Look, stop, monitoring. Great. So, wow, Adeleke. Then somebody before Adeleke said monitor. Wow. These guys have been stealing my notes. Where are they? Oh God. Whoa. Yes, Olukumi says monitor. Okay. Somebody also said monitor. Yeah, so let me quickly put it before you guys, let them stop calling me over at LSCTM that the students already know what is telling them. So let me put it, monitor and manage. Okay. Monitor and manage. Yes, monitor and manage. Now, you see, why is it important for us to monitor and manage? You see, you could be doing certain things wrong, and that's what we call iteration. For those in tech space, we call it iteration. You see, there are certain things, you also call it pilot. You must do things in ways that you can easily monitor and manage before they go out of proportion. So, for instance, before you even start to think of scaling, the first question I ask people is, okay, I want to be able to feed so number of people. Can you even start within the corner of your district? Can they even know you? All right. Some of you don't even have digital presence, but we'll get into that. All right. So everything you do, you must be monitoring. You must create a process to be able to monitor and manage. And if you've heard me speak before, you hear this: what gets managed or what gets measured gets done. What gets measured gets done. So you can't even be a business person and you don't have your to-do lists. You are not wired to capture what you want to achieve, what you want to tweak. Like if I'm talking, there's some people that are on this call right now, and as they're listening to me, they're already thinking of certain things now. Okay, can I begin to plan around this? Now there will be webinars towards that point, but just understand this principle first, and you are able to apply it in any area of your business. Okay, because this is foundational. This is very foundational. So we said clarity, learning, alignment, introduction, interruptions, and innovation. Okay. Olubimi, don't worry. Just I'll drop my Instagram handle. Just tell me you are Olubimi that answered, and I'll give you a prize. Don't worry, you'll be surprised at the prize. Okay. Now, so we've talked about claim. Let me now tell you the other thing that you must do. Let me tell you the other thing you must do. It's called S. Okay, let's see if anybody, this one, there's an undisclosed prize gift to this one. this from my pocket. No. If you get it, no, type it there. Let's start call your people. I want to see, no. Oh, no. Look at these people. You guys want to hit money? Oh, no, go ahead. Just keep typing. I can bet it that nobody's able to type this product. I can bet it. No, 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 no. Going. Okay, 2 more seconds. Going. 1 more second. Going. No, no. Why can't you guys get it? It's in my notes. It's here. Wow. Somebody got it. Oluwa Omodolapo got it. Wait. Pause. You people have missed it, or there's somebody that seems to have gotten it. Somebody seems to have gotten it. I think I saw some. Is it Oluwa Dolapo? Somebody got it. Somebody got it. Wow. I'm trying to back roll now. Okay, but I think I saw it. But anyway, let me quickly type. And if it's Oluwa Dolapo or Modolapo, it's not Modolapo. It's called synergy. Synergy. Now, and why am I talking about synergy? I've introduced S into the claims methodology just so that we can all reinvent our business for profit and growth. Because if you have all the 5, the clarity, the learning, the alignment, the interruptions, introductions, and innovations, and you monitor and manage, and you don't have synergy, you are likely going to get out of business. And what's synergy? There's a guy called Stephen Covey. He wrote 7 Habits of Highly Effective. And he said that 1 + 1, now you know we're in an adult class now. So he says 1 + 1 is equals to 8. It means that there's a power that if you connect with people on this call, and that's why we want to create that net, that if people connect and are collaborating, they can achieve better and greater feats together. And so when I say cash is not everything, is that it's possible that the raw material you need is being produced by A, and then it serves as an input into B's business, and then C can be using that service or product. And you see that if you can create that synergy, it's easier for you to lock down any funder or financier or investor. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I'm producing sachet sugar. I'm the guy packing I'm supplying the sugar. I'm producing the packaging. Then there's an off-taker called the hotel. And we're all working together. If we go to LSCTF and say, you know what, look, we have a fantastic business. In fact, this our customer sells XYZ, and we are going to be feeding this customer. Because this customer, we have seen the projection, this customer can do so. And this is just one of our customers. They'll listen to you. Why? Because now you've instituted synergy, you've instituted collaboration, and with instituting that, you have been able to also reinvent your business. And you know, that way, even if your business was not so strong, now you have the complementarity going with what you're doing. So beyond being in clusters, you can also, you know, even for some of the fundings from government and investors, particularly the multilateral organizations and international donors, they will rather you cluster, okay, and then come in groups. And that way you can also give yourself guarantees. And, you know, when you interact, and you see, one of the things that, you know, I'm hoping that we can also achieve with LSCTF is that we can also always bring people together to cross-sell. I'm talking about real business people that are ready to do this business. Because, you see, one of the key mandates for us here is to create jobs. And how do you create jobs? Is when businesses flourish, all right? When businesses flourish. And how do businesses flourish? Is that it's so that people, okay, are able to experience growth, okay, and they are expressing profits, okay? Now, so that's one of the things we want to achieve. Can we achieve that, okay? You know, to ensure that we create those clusters, identify people that will feed in, you know, like for instance, the people that benefited from the NSAS funding, you know, they did a breakdown. So we already know, oh, some people are in the fashion segment, some people are in this segment. So how do we begin to, if you are a service or you need uniforms, do I talk to somebody in that business? Do I talk to somebody else in this business? And then we create a group. So synergy is key. Now, I think I've dealt a lot about Reinvent, so, and let me just progress, because it appears that this class, they say they don't want to see us again. So let me quickly move forward. So we've talked also about service, okay? Look, the business that you are in is not a bakery business. Let me say that again. Even if you're a farmer, the farming that you are doing is not a farming business. You see, until you reorientate your mind as to the business that you are in, you'll be expending energy negatively on activity rather than productivity. And I'm also guilty of that. You know, that sometimes we pursue activity above productivity. Let me just do this one. Let me just do that one. Let me, you are just doing activity. What are you producing? In other climes, they call it the treadmill effect. When you're on a treadmill, you are just on one spot. You are sweating. You are probably burning fat, but you are not making progress. That must stop. Because when you are not making progress, you cannot experience growth. And when you're not experiencing growth, you cannot experience what? Profit. If you're not experiencing profit, you cannot hire people. You can't. You can't. So why do you need our money? So that's the question. If your business is not targeted at helping businesses or individuals or customers so that you are able to grow, then why do you need the money? If you're selling bread and you cannot sell bread to the whole of your cluster, and you are the only one eating the bread, then why do you need the money? No, ask yourself. So that's it now. I hope I didn't touch anybody on a very sensitive level. So let's even understand the trajectory of service excellence. So yeah, I've been talking now. So guess what? You must progress to the point. So let's start with engage. You must engage with your customers. And for those that don't have customers now, you must start cultivating customers. As if you are cultivating cultivating corn or something. You must start cultivating your customers. Man, you need to mute yourself. Okay, no, don't worry. So you must engage your customer. Now, today I'm not going to be delving into the process, but I'll just run through this sketchily. There must be engagement. You also must explore. Now, I believe that we're all adults on this call, and I like to borrow an example, and if it relates with anybody, just tell me it relates with you. So you heard that I've been married for 17 years, and I have 3 lovely children. So I'll share an experience with you, but I will share the experience before I got married. So back then in school, University of Ibadan, that's where I had my first degree, and then I've had other degrees after that. But at the University of Ibadan, there was a strategy I deployed anytime I wanted to approach a lady. So before I approach a lady, I will find out about that lady. And then I used to drive on 505 West South back in those days. One of the things I enjoyed with that was that if, for instance, there was a lady that was giving me a tough time, God help her that is the rainy season, what I would naturally do is that I will position my car to the point where they would have been stranded. And what do? I show up. Now, when I offered that individual a lift, the probability of her hopping into my car is 99%. Is anybody in doubt? Is anybody familiar with this? I know all of you know about these things. Okay, so but that's the reality now. Now, how many of us are able to engage our customers and explore the relationship to the point where we can now execute or engage them? Now, let me drop this. This is not in my slides, but the reality is that the customer you are looking must be mad. Okay, let me say that again. Don't let anybody hear that. The customer you're looking for. Are we here? The customer you're looking for must be mad. And before you crucify me, mad is an acronym. The customer must have money. Do you agree? Is anybody still here? Oh, because I said your customer is mad, you people are no longer answering me. Okay, sorry, the customer must be mad. The customer must be mad. Yes, if you agree, Well, okay. Yeah, I want to know that you're here because I've said mad now. A lot of people will now start running. They say, look at that stupid man. He's telling us our customer was in mad, and he's telling us customer is king. Mad is an acronym. If you believe what I'm saying, stay with me. You will believe, even if you're not, even if you're not convinced. The customer must have money. The customer must have what? Can anybody guess? No, let me, no more gifts, no more gifts. You people want to take all of my money. the customer must have authority. And then the customer must have desire. So money, authority, and desire. Why are these three important? And this is what you must understand in this service excellence trajectory, so that you're not busy wasting your time. Now, because there are some customers you have to put in you must just penetrate. There are some customers you must irritate, and there are some customers you must engage. All right? So, does the customer have money? If the customer has no money, sorry, let me wear my glasses. If your customer has no money, you better wear your glasses. Do you understand? Shine your eye. Because, yes, you remember what I said? I said you are running a charitable organization. All right? Remember, we have to pay back our loans. All right? And grow our businesses. So there must be money. There must be authority. Whoever is buying or whoever you are talking to, because we are business owners, one of the things we also want to be doing is to be agile, to the point where we don't drain ourselves down chasing the wind. Is that everybody we're engaging with must have money, must have authority, must have desire. And how does that come into bear? You must explore. And it's in your finding out who these customers are, or who you want to attack, or who you want to target, that you begin to get into this line. And then, bam, like I said, you just show up. When it's raining, execute. And once you execute, the next thing that happens is you start to educate. I didn't say that this is why we have to rename yourself. Why you need to reiterate, because I don't want any anonymous person here that will be throwing will be shaking the table, and I will not be able to call your name that this is what you said. Before I get arrested. This is supposed to be a session, but you don't have a name. Rename yourself. You see, this is what we're talking about. You are going on a call on Zoom, and you don't know how to rename yourself. Let somebody teach that guy, the Huawei guy. Somebody should teach you how to rename yourself, or Google it. How do I, after this class, you don't log out of this class? Important things are being shared. Okay, so yeah. So, but he said something funny, that there are some customers that are better thrown out through the window before they drain out the positive vibes. This guy, there's a slang I just heard, and I don't know, it's a mad, so I was like, if the customer if the customer is not mad, just say mad, as in, so you know that this is not your customer, but taking it lightly now, the reality is that the customer has had money, authority, and desire. And when you know that, you're able to execute flawlessly. And when you do that, you can educate your customer on what they need and what you're able to offer. Now, some people just exit the business. What you must do is exceed the customer's expectation rather than exit the business. So you must have a lifelong mentality, because that is a repeat customer. And the cost of acquiring a customer, the first customer is more, is better. When you acquire a customer, is more expensive than when you retain a customer. So you must try and exceed the customer's expectation to the point where you can retain the customer and constantly engage. And that's why that circle does not break. So that's the trajectory. But a lot of people fail in this assignment. Now, I'm not done, but I want to ask a few questions. Has anybody benefited? Because this is like, I'm almost done, but I'm not done. I'm about to drop some bomb, all right? So if you have benefited or you have learned something, as we're talking right now, just type, if I don't get 50% of the people in this class saying what they are, just say one word or something that you have benefited, okay? Let me know that you are part of this class. Let them also know that you are part of this class. Somebody said claim. I want to see it live and direct. I've benefited. What have you learned? What have you learned? What have you learned? Let's see. What have you learned? As thanks. Ezegua, I see you. Customer is boss. Essential. What have you learned? Drop it there. Synergy. Yes, I see this class is on fire. This class, you guys, for you especially, I'm going to do the version 2. Version 2 of this. Yes. This is the foundation. I've learned that productive. Correct. I need a way to be able to identify if my customer. That's it now. That's where you do the exploration. Correct. Move on. I need more people to drop something there. Yes, drop. You are in this class, you must drop something. Drop. This is not police. Drop something. Drop a word. Drop a sentence. Drop a phrase. Yes, monitoring. They need to have measures in place. Evaluation and retrospect. Correct. You just keep dropping nuggets. This was my friend. I'm only friend. I've learned to I'm having fun here, man. I'm having fun. Okay, guys, look. They say my time is almost up. So let's run so that I can get the best of this. Remember, this is module 1. All right. So we're getting into the meat of the matter. So before we're just dancing palongo. We're dancing in the rain. So, and you see, I won't go deep into this, but let's just delve into it. So we remember you've learned about your customer must have money, authority, and desire. What must you have? What must you have? And I'm sure everybody has heard this thing, competitive advantage. And when I was talking earlier on, I was talking about competitiveness. That means that's something that will differentiate you. Okay. Now, your competitive advantage refers to the factors that allow a company to produce goods or services better or cheap in a cheaper way than its rivals. These factors allow the productive entity to generate more sales, like I said, or superior margins compared to its market rivals. Now, remember, if there's no sales, there's no revenue. And if there's no revenue, there's no profit. All right. And if there's no profit, it's like there's no blood. The business will wither and die. We've agreed now. We've agreed to this. Now, there are many ways because you could be reading different things and they'll tell you your competitive advantage could be at different trajectories. They could tell you intimacy. So there must be customer intimacy. They could tell you differentiation along the lines, the competitive advantage along the lines of price. Don't worry, this is not the class of competitive advantage. You hear that, for you to be competitively, to have competitive advantage, you must work on your product different, in that order. Some people will call it differentiation. One of the things I just need you to know is that you must dare to be different. If you don't differentiate yourself, you will die. All right, I will not tell you the acronym called DIE. That one is for another session. Okay, so by getting now, for all of you that take flights from Lagos to New York or New Jersey or to Kano or anywhere, you hear the pilot say that ladies and gentlemen, we'll be cruising at this altitude, maybe 33,000 or 45,000, all right, above sea level. Now, please get ready because we are now about to start the descent into the airports that we're going to. And like I said, this is module 1. Module 1 will terminate with it. So somebody was saying that, is there any about this? Somebody said, is there any food for us to eat? Okay, this is part of the food I go to eat. And I'm sure by the time I'm done, you'll have been fired up to start to reinvent your service delivery for effectiveness. So EAT is also an acronym. And EAT is, the E is Experiential Economy. Now, you see, an experience is not just something you can't feel, all right? It's as real as an offering of any service, good, or commodity. Do you understand what I'm saying? An experience, an indelible experience. So in today's service economy, many companies simply wrap experiences around their traditional offerings to sell them better. only for them to realize the full benefits of staging experiences. Okay, so experiences before used to be at the theater. Okay, they used to be at the show. It used to be entertainment. Okay, but in this era, one of the things that you must do to reinvent your service delivery is experience economy. You must create an experiential economy. This is that you must transition from selling, all right, services to selling experiences. That's the only way you can retain and keep, engaging or exceeding the expectations of your customer. Okay, remember, you must make sure that these experiences will not be easier for established companies to undertake and weather than the last, as it were, in the global recession shift. So now, because we are MSMEs, do you know that particularly for those that are not as big, you are in a great strength to bigger companies? Because you can easily deliver excellent service compared to a big conglomerate. You can easily deliver an experience in the way you package your things, in the way they are delivered, in the way you communicate. This is slightly different from the blue ocean strategy. The blue ocean strategy says that we create an uncontested market space and you make competition irrelevant. Okay? But we're taking it a step further. Now, when we've created the uncontested market space, create an experience. And let's take it down. Is there anybody that wants to volunteer and tell me what they think they need to do? Let's even go practical now on how they can create an experiential economy in their current business. This is for those that are at 2 years and above that have benefited from LSETF. Just raise up your hand, all right? If you want us to use you as a guinea pig so that you can get the benefit of this free consultancy. Is there anybody willing? I can't really see anybody raising up their hand. If you've raised up your hand, or just drop your what do you call it? Are you dropping? Okay, 2 people raised up their hand. I really can't. Okay, just say I raised up my hand in the chat room, because I think that's the only one I can easily see. I see 3 people raised up their hands. Okay, I did. Is it Chiwendu? Okay, Chiwendu. Okay, let's hear you. Okay, Otutu Maxim. You have the right to speak. All of you that raised up your hand, you have the right to speak now. I don't know why you're not speaking. Okay. If you're not, I see 3 people raise up their hand, but I've given the right to unmute yourself. So just click unmute and then you can say something. I want us to experiment this, the experiential economy. Okay, Otutu, yeah, great.
Yeah, thanks a lot. This training is really an experience for me, and I'm glad to be part of it. But in the area of experience, in the area of selling experience, most times your client might have a particular idea, which won't sell you well in the market, in the marketplace. So for me, I rather suggest. Most times, most clients take it, and they're better for it. You understand? And most times, when some clients actually say no, and they will definitely come back after making their own errors. You understand? So experience for me.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, but I wanted to experiment. of how we can create an experiential economy for your business right now. So if you have, what business do you run?
I run a photography business.
Exactly. So how do you think you can create an experience with your photography business?
Yeah.
Aha.
Really, I don't actually know what to say to that anyway, because I was just jotting down what you were saying.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Let me use you as a guinea pig. Okay. So do you know that? And I love Otutu. Otutu says it's in the photography business. But do you know that there's a way that you can wow your customers to the point where you give them more, almost like the blue ocean strategy. But now you're not just giving them more, creating an on a differentiated market space. All right. But one of the things you're doing now is that you are leaving an experience in their mind. So we call that the share of mind. To the extent that when they think about photography, all they think is Otutu. Okay, so there's a popular photographer, and she's also an artist that I'm familiar with. And you see, if you take a picture with her, you will know why she charges the amount she charges. You know, sometimes the reason why people tell you that is it not just for photo I want to take, is it not picture I want to take, is because they can't even perceive the value. But there's a way that you take the value to the level where you create an experience. And then when they sit down for 2 hours, when you wow them and bamboozle them, when you tell them the bill is X amount of thousands of naira, guess what happens? They will pay. And whenever they want to have those kind of pictures, who do you think they'll get to? They'll come to you. That's one level of differentiation that you have done by creating an experiential economy. I see more people raising up their hands. I've not really extensively, you can imagine if I was sitting down with you and we're modeling creating an experiential economy for your business. You'll be surprised. So look, you guys that are raising up your hand, I don't know who's raising up hands. Okay, Wahab, let's hear you. Wahab, unmute yourself. Wahab. Okay. I think there's a delay in people. Okay, Wahab. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Wahab.
Yeah, thank you very much. I can hear you. Let me speak up.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this session so much. I appreciate LFETF for these opportunities to young people like us coming up into entrepreneurship world. I've been in this field for a while. I started while I was in school. So
Okay.
even of my company is something is an experience whereby even the name itself we tell you we always print, which is when I was in school I have the business of printing and branding. So
Okay.
and I always know like what will you do after school? Is this what you continue doing? Because I did management in school. So I said, see, my name is Fola, but fortunately, this job, I'll do this thing and I'll take it as a life after school. Do you understand? So my company is 4LAS, Fola, for life after school. This is what I'll continue doing.
Whoa, for life after?
For life after school. So 4 is numeric. Numeric 4. That is figure 4. For life after school, this is what I'll continue doing. So immediately I left school management, I went back to school again to do printing, and I got a certificate from Yaba College of Technology. So this is what I love doing. This is what I desire doing. It's my desire. I love doing it, and when I do it, when I see new. This morning now, I got some things. I got some things online, and that price was so outrageous for me. And people, my colleagues, which I talk to people, and they tell me, that thing is too expensive. We don't think we can afford it now. Customers cannot afford it now. And immediately I just told my friend, guys, I'm going to the office now. I will invent something that look like that thing and forget. Immediately I was about doing that thing. A customer came into my place, to my office, and asked me, Alpha, what about the photograph? What I wanted to do? I said, do you know something? I'm inventing something now. Can you come back by 6 p.m. this evening? I would have been done with that, and I will show you. If you love it, I'll give it to you. Because this guy has been like, I want something new. I want something some people have not done. I think, I'm into printing and branding, do gift items and all the like. So he said, I want something that is not common. You've been doing frame, we've been seeing throw pillow, we say all these things. I need something that is so different from what people, the regular things. I said, okay, come by 6 p.m. By then I would have been done with that. So if I'm able to do that, definitely I've given an experience to that person, and that person would not, at least the person will have it at the back of his mind that, okay, this is I'm the first person that enjoyed this invention from this person. So that thing, I'm very sure that person can never forget about it. And even my colleagues, which we are in the business together, I will take more from them.
What business do you do?
I'm also printing and branding.
Okay, great. Hello. Yeah, Fola. Yeah, I love that business. Yes.
Hello.
Okay. Hello. Yes, please.
That's Chiwando.
Okay. So Fola, look, I love your model, and I think that there's a way we can tweak it further. So, but let's keep this conversation going. So Chiwedu has something to say, and then this is the last person that I proceed with this session. All right. So Chiwedu, unmute yourself. Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chiwando Chukunolo. We are into property. And our business started as a real estate agency, but now we want to move into real estate development. What we are doing differently is using cement stabilized block in our building. In other words, we are using mostly laterite and stabilized with cement, and instead of normal block, conventional block in our building. So by so doing, we are reducing cost of construction. So what happens here is that the playbook we are playing is that we are not competing with every other building. We are just focused on delivering affordable homes to people. Homes that are weather adaptive, that are climate adaptive. So we are not competing with every other developers. We are just focusing on people that need affordable homes that are weather adaptive, that are climate adaptive. And that's our own way of differentiating ourselves in the market.
Okay, so yeah, I love the differentiation. Okay, so great, sure, thank you. So like I love what Fola was saying, create an experience. And reason why I wanted people to come up and share was so that they understand that creating an experience is not at that level of differentiation alone, is that it should leave a memory, an indelible memory in the minds of your customers, okay? So that even when you kind of flutter a bit, but because of the experience you've created in your mind, this is subliminal psychology or marketing, as you may call it, is that you are now playing in their minds, okay, to the extent that you have now started to differentiate yourself. That's like a competitive advantage. So it's a competitive or advantage on your own part when you create an indelible memory. That's an unforgettable experience in the mind of your customer. And how do you do that? You wow them to the extent that not only do you engage them, you exceed their expectation. And how do you do that? You create a show of your business. It will be an experience. Like for instance, if you have a barbing salon, okay? Let's take it down now. Now, for Blue Ocean strategy, they'll tell you, okay, how do you want to encourage fathers and mothers to patronize your barbing salon? Is that you make it such that it's comfortable for children to also find a place to want to barb, okay? And that for every child that barbs, maybe he goes home with a pack of juice or popcorn, okay? Now, what does that mean? It means that even if the father does not want to go to that barbing salon, every time, that's the Blue Ocean strategy, every time that the child, all right, needs to have a haircut, or the daddy is going to a barbing salon, the child will naturally say, Daddy, let's go to that barbing salon, let's go to that barbing salon. Now, what you have done for that child, you've created, it's almost tilted towards a Blue Ocean strategy, an experiential economy. But that's not what we're talking about now. We're saying that, imagine you get into your barbing salon, and when you get there, somebody says that, wow, sir, we just saw that you are just coming here for the first time. Okay, but for this purpose, we would like to give you a free pedicure. Or would you like your nails trimmed? Do you know, these are things that you could also easily do. It creates an experience. Customers want to always see that they are paying you less. Now, if you have pedicurists or people that are working there, are working with the nails, what it means is that even rather than just being redundant, they can be cutting people's nails. What have you created? You created an experience. Do you think that anytime they are coming to your place, in that you've created that experience in their memory, that even when it looks as if your service is not clean, every time the guy looks as if my nails are not, they are rushing to you. So what we're saying is that one of the ways you can reinvent your business is to start to think intelligently on how you can constantly have your business in the mind of that customer. Because you don't have enough budget to be like Coca-Cola, where they spend money on adverts consistently everywhere you go, MTN or any of those things or any of those companies. So you now must have a share of the customer's mind. And how do you do that? You create an experiential economy. For lack of time, I can't really drill down on this, like I said. So today, the concept of selling experiences is spreading beyond the theaters and theme parks. We must create those experiences, either in photography, either with farming, all right? Because people are, we mistaken what people are buying, and, we fail to understand that you can sell experiences. Take your business above services and products alone and start to sell experiences, all right? Yeah, just want to see. Okay, we're rounding up now. Yeah, we're rounding up now. Now, the other thing is attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. When your attitude is not right, you miss it. Your attitude determines your altitude. Now, one of the things that can drive the customer out and that will affect your productivity or affect your growth and your profit, is your attitude. Enough of those Modino type of attitude to run your businesses in this time and in this age. Enough. We must start to equip ourselves with the right attitude. All right? And that means that you must be emotionally intelligent. Okay, and I'm sure NSCTF will do a training on that at some point, emotional intelligence. Okay, let me run now. So attitude. Now, the other thing is timeliness of action. Timeliness of action. You see, what we mean by this is turnaround time. Now, I think this will be a good place to stop, because the part B is such that we now understand that technology can help us become more efficient and effective across or along all the ways. Okay. Now, why am I saying this is that if we understand that our ability to turn around information or service or products in a timely order, it can be enabled by technology, and it will not reduce your workforce. Rather, it will increase your business to the extent where you even need more people. The myths around technology is that people feel that when you introduce technology, that technology will reduce your workforce or would deny people of employment. No. Technology enhances productivity, and that way you can reach more people, okay? And then you can have better coverage. Now, because I want to do something. I want to deliberately skip something, and I don't want people to misconstrue what I'm. Let me quickly just. Okay. Okay. Now I just want to share back again. Where is this? So, there are 4 guided actions I proposed. I'm trying to share this back. Okay. Yeah, 6 minutes and we're done. Yep. So share. Okay. So let me put this in context. Okay. And we're done, guys. So let's keep the technology bit. Adopt a global mindset. Whether you are preparing to grow into new markets or defend your own turf, all right, with international competitors. Remember, I told you that we must be export ready. The other thing is that we must focus on transformation, that's reinvention, with a holistic view of change across the enterprise and strategy, which includes technology. For many firms, transformation is essential not just to growth, but for survival. And that's when we start to talk about the social media marketing, digital marketing, effective productivity tools, the ERP, accounting models, calendaring, planning your, and several other things. But that process, we cannot even exhaust it. Then you need to be able to deal with the human factor of skills, hiring, and culture, which touch on nearly every part of the business, okay? So technology also offers some important ways to manage, all right, and optimize global people issues. Now, the 4th is you must plan for innovation, right, and differentiation. Keys to reaching the empowered customer and rising markets that define the new global economy. The winners will be those who stand out in a world of competitors. Guys, look, I'm done. One of the things I know that Fumi would be able to tell us more is how can you, with the insights you have now, go through your application process, all right? And look, by the time you're able to show that you have customers and you have skewed your business in this line and in this order, you can be rest assured that you can get funding, all right, from LSETF in line with their mandate to increase jobs from businesses that are profitable. Now, why is this essential? Is that we believe that more than just people having to throw figures, we want to see businesses that are impacting lives and transforming the city of Lagos, all right? And that's why we must also reinvent the culture. You see, Lagos is an international market. I don't know if anybody has been following the debates that has been going on about VAT or no VAT. Did you see how much Lagos generated in terms of VAT? Lagos is a country on its own, all right? So can we start to compete with the world? And the only way we can compete with the world is when our service is at that level we invented to create an experiential economy, to the point where our attitude is right and matches international standards. And then to the level where we can turn around things effectively, efficiently, all right? And, in the order where people will know of a certainty that you guys are doing great jobs. So guys, I think it's a good place to stop. But if you need to take this further, I dropped my link. But beyond that, you need to latch on to everything that we're doing at LSETF. Fumi, you can take it from here. And then if anybody has questions, we can take it on. Fumi, are you there? Lady Fumi.
Yeah, very much so. Oh my God. my jotter is full.
No, you can't be full. You're not in the class. That was a joke.
It was a very, very, very insightful session. I mean, I jotted a lot, a whole lot. It was more like I was in a class. When last have I had that experience? This is a very good one. Thank you very much, Mr. Adepoju. I mean, we all learned a lot. If you learned a lot, please put it in the chat box. I want to see what every one of us learned. I learned a lot. Customers are the drivers. They are the boss. They are the very ones that are running the business for us. Without them, there's no business. Please, if you have learned something, I want you to put what you have learned in the chat box so that we know that, yes, we are taking back something. We need to take something back. Yes, I can see we here. Yes, yes. To be in control as a business owner. Yes. Also, I took back the fact that we have to have clarity and learning, alignment, introduce, interrupt, and innovate. Monitor and synergy. Oh, that part was painful. I wish I was the one that answered the question. I would have gotten that gift, you know. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Adepoju. That was a very good one.
Thank you so much.
Like Mr. Adepoju has said, we all have learned. Now, how do we now put what we have learned into practice? How do we upskill our business? And how do we get the finances that we need for our businesses? You can easily go on www.lsctf.ng to get a lot of information that you need on how to apply for LSCTF loan. And as well, if you go on our website, like I said, you would see on our website the categories of loans that we have: the ME, the MES for startup, and the SME for the small and medium scale enterprise. All of these categories we have on our programs in LSCTF, and they are all to help all business owners with finances. We talk about creating job. How well can we create job if we are not financing businesses? I mean, when we finance one business, we are employing at least 2 persons, because when your business is getting fund, you are expanding. The expansion brings about you getting more hands for your business. Those people that you get involved in your businesses are the people that we're talking about, that we are creating jobs for. So while we are there to finance you, we also help with this kind of sessions to help you take back a whole lot to upskill, not just finance your business, but upskill. If you ask me, I've learned a lot. If I decide to start a business today, Mr. Adepoju, I'm really going to excel. Thank you so, so much. With that, we are going to go to the Q&A and take the questions. We have a few questions, and we will just take the questions while Mr. Adepoju would attend to the ones directed to him. So I think Madebola Nofisat is asking if this is going to be just once. Mr. Adepoju, she must have enjoyed the session so much. And she wants to know if we can do this again. Mr. Adepoju, would you want to take that?
So, you know, I'm available. Like I've said, look, LSCTF is like my senior brother or my senior sister, as the case may be, and we're all family. So whenever they beckon, I'm available. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Once we get it right.
So we intend to do more of this. Adebola Nofisat, kindly follow LSCTF on all social media platforms so that you are abreast of all the information you need to join this kind of webinar session again. And trust me, that's why we're here, to give you insightful sessions that can help your businesses. We have an anonymous here saying, would there be an empowerment after this? Okay, this is an empowerment, if you ask me. Am I right, Mr. Adepoju?
Yes, what other empowerment? Okay, oh, you want rice? I've given you all, but
if you ask me, I'll say this is an empowerment money can't buy, because if you had followed from the beginning, I was penned down. Like I kept writing, I kept jotting, I kept putting a lot of things down, and you can't buy this, not anywhere. So for my anonymous person, I think we've answered your question with this session that we just had. And another person said, can I use my Lagos State training certificate to secure a loan to start my business? Okay, so I'll take that. Yes, you can actually use your training certificate to apply for a startup loan. Yes. If you have all your documents intact, your training certificate, you have your LASRA, you have your tax, you register for tax. Since it's a startup business, you do not necessarily have to pay, but then register as a taxpayer. And you have every other document that is required of you. You can visit www.loans.lsetf.ng. So I'm quickly going to put that in the chat box for you so that you can make use of that to apply for the loan when you have all of this, your document I just mentioned. I'm also going to put those documents in the chat box. Yes, yes. Okay, it's there. And then you would, the document you need, your tax. Yes, your tax. You need your tax. Yes, your LASRA. One moment, I'm trying to type this. Your government issued ID card. Yes. And then you also need your training certificates. Yes, your training certificates. Yes, with that, you can apply for the LSETF startup loan. And we also have someone here saying, okay, she needs 4 million for working capital. Yes, like I said, you can apply for LSETF loan. That's under SME loan. And you can do that by visiting our website to get more information on how to go about that. That's www.lsetf.ng. Yes, it's in the chat box. You can check. And can we get a video of the webinar session? Yes, we would be sending the recorded video to everyone, but you can please rewatch on our YouTube channel. Very important, but we'll send the slide. Mr. Adepoju, we would have the slide, right? They're asking for it.
No, but we talked, we're just talking. Okay, but Fumi, no, that's not the problem. One of the things we also want, sorry, I'm saying this and I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay.
During the access to market webinar series, there was a group we set up on Telegram, okay? And we're easily able to also do some information sharing on your part, which is, so I've told my group if they have access to the link, they can share, so that if like you have people that require mentoring or guidance, some kind of guidance, we can also afford them those guidance as the case may be. But yeah, this is our own way of supporting whatever LSETF is doing.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Adepoju. We'll talk more on that behind cameras. Yes. And for the video, everyone can rewatch on our YouTube channel. I think if you do that, you would be able to get a whole lot back. Yes. So I think it's in the chat box, the Telegram community for this session, access to market session. Yes, you can easily click on it and join the Telegram community. And there you can have access to Mr. Adepoju and whatever it is you want to further clarify from him. Thank you very much. So one last thing, because we know that we realize that there's a need to do more of this, like somebody, like the person that are we going to do this again? We usually want to launch a poll to know the next time we're having this session. Yes, so what is it that you all want us to do? How do you want us to do it better? What do you expect of us? So I would be launching the poll now to get a feedback from all of us. Kindly please fill the poll. Thank you very much. Okay, so the poll has been launched. Please, I need it to go to 100%. We can do this. We all learned a lot today, and so we need to do this again. Yes. Okay, I'm not getting anybody on it. I need you to please fill the poll. It's just a few seconds. You're done. A few seconds and you're done.
Oh, okay, so guys, they don't need to fill this poll now. You want them to fill the poll?
Mr. Depoja, I'm sure they want to fill this poll so that when next they're bringing you with one topic that will be on fire again. Yes, guys, you're doing well. Please, I need more people. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please fill the poll so that we can serve you better. The next time we're bringing Mr. Depoja, be sure that we're bringing him, and the topic is coming with is going to be another fire topic. Yes,
Right.
yes, 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 yes. You're doing well. Please, I need more people to please get their hands busy. Type, and fill the question. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you can mute all now.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Please let's get busy with our our keypads. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I see you saying thank you. It's an eye opener. You need to fill the poll so that we can do better and we can give you more. Yes, thank you very, very much. Oh, yes, yes. Can a company outside Lagos have some of his employee residents in Lagos join? Yes, definitely your employees can join any of our sessions online. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. We're getting there. We're getting there. 51%. We need to do more. We have to eat 100%. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We need more, guys. We need more. We can do this. Everybody should please be busy with their keypad so that when next we're coming with a hit topic. Did you enjoy this session? How insightful has it been? What would you do with all that you learned today? Okay. We're going to give it some more minutes and end the poll. Are you sure you want to miss out on this? Okay. You know, we all have to be decision makers. You know, we all have to make decisions so that you're not sitting back and somebody is making that decision for us. Please, yes, thank you very much. Thank you. The number is going up, but we can do more, we can do better. Thank you. One minute more and we are ending the poll. A minute more and we are ending the poll. A minute more and we are ending the poll. We should get busy with our keypads, please.
Oh, somebody wants the training for today. Anyway, so sis, everyone, thank you. Fumi, I think we can just wrap this up now.
Yes.
Except you're using this for documentation purposes, but I'm sure
no.
people.
All right, so let's end the poll. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you. All right, Mr. Depoja, thank you so much for coming on this session. I believe every one of us took back a whole lot that would help our businesses. I mean, this is one great capacity building for business owners. We wish to do more of this. Thank you so much. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all the participants. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Bye.